getting weaponized. And most of these mobile phones also use packed batteries. The burst rate of the mobile phone is far higher than the pagers. It means we have a mobile in our, we have a bomb in our pocket. You know, the battlefield has completely changed, and this is extremely worrisome. And to take you through other details which we are getting now, it's also being reported that for now there's a state of emergency in the sense that certain parts have been cordoned off. Now, we have also been told that, let me read out the statement which has been released. In the name of God, at approximately 3:30 p.m. Tuesday, which is their time, number of messages receiving devices known as pages exploded, which were owned by a number of workers in various Hezbollah units and institutions. Now this has been accepted. These explosions, the cause of which are still unknown, led to the martyrdom of child and 2 brothers and the injury of large numbers of people. Hezbollah, this is the statement they have released, the Hezbollah, and they are saying that the medical and the health agencies are treating the wounded people, and it actually refers to the fact that somehow the Israeli state is involved. So, you know, the fingers have been raised now, but this is something unbelievable in context of weaponizing a daily utility. Neha, you see, people, we are missing a point here. A daily utility is being weaponized. It's a pager. Imagine in a different warfare, you weaponize mobile phones. Then what, Neha?
Well, I guess the scale of an attack of that nature would be simply unimaginable, unprecedented, and most devastating, to say the least. You referred to the statement that's been released by Hezbollah. Hezbollah has also said that 2 of their fighters have died, and in total, so far, you know, there have been 3 casualties in these pager explosions. Also, Karthikeya, this is significant. You mentioned the Prime Minister of Israel has called an emergency meeting with the military cabinet. Now, Israeli military leaders are actually saying that they expect Hezbollah to launch a coordinated attack on Israel in the next few hours.
Yes, I think that can happen because Hezbollah, one, has got aerial units. Unlike Hamas, they made, you know, they makeshift, make-do rockets. Hezbollah have got dedicated units that can actually fire rockets. These rockets primarily are from Iran, and you know, we cannot underestimate them. If Houthis day before yesterday can fire a missile from Yemen to Israel, which flies more than 2,000 kilometers, I'm sure Hezbollah will have their targets ready from the other part of the Golan Heights, which is still with the Syria. And Hezbollah operates from Syria with impunity. You know, they have the total access. That's one. And secondly, if they are going to do that, it is going to affect the water security of Israel. The Galilee, the Sea of Galilee, and the dams are all in the northern Israel. So north of Israel is extremely important. That is the granary of Israel. That's where the water is. That's where the food is. That's where the farming is. The south of Israel, you go to Jerusalem and down to the south to any other part which meets the Red Sea, nothing much grows there. It's sort of a drip irrigation. But the real food basket is not. You attack the north, you are attacking the agrarian and the water economy of Israel. So it's not going to be an easy thing, because any retaliation will come back with a forceful counter-retaliation when it comes to north of Israel, because that's where the agrarian richness is on which the Israel depends.
Well, certainly, you know, if we are going to see reprisals from Hezbollah, things are only going to get worse in the region. And as you pointed out, while Israel has already been at war with Hamas in Gaza for over 10 months, there are many who point out that Hezbollah actually be a far bigger adversary for Israel. You know, now the question really is what happens next, what kind of a response we can expect from Hezbollah, which has already blamed Israel for this. Now, you know, as we marvel at the nature of this attack and how it was triggered, questions, of course, are also going to be asked, Karthikeya, about how much more tensions in the Middle East are going to escalate in the aftermath of today's pager explosions.
One more thing which I like to point out, it's very important because, when you plan an attack, there is a physiology to it. Where do you keep a pager? You can keep a pager in your pocket. You can keep a pager near your belt, tight near the belt, which is the abdomen, which is the most, I would say, one of the softest part of the human's anatomy. So if you have an explosion which can reach the Celsius level of 590 degrees, imagine the injury you will cause. Which means that the casualty would be high or the injuries would be deep. So one will have to wait and see, Neha, but this changes the game. This actually changes the game in West Asia.
It changes the game in West Asia. Remains to be seen what fallout it's going to have. Perhaps we can expect reprisals in the days or even hours to come. Thanks very much, Karthikeya, for all those details. Quite a mind-boggling story, that one that we will closely track here on Global Lens. But that's all the time we have on the show. Thanks so much for watching.
Hello and welcome to the News9 Plus show on the world's first news and current affairs OTT platform, News9 Plus. Here are the top headlines today.
After several meetings, Aam Aadmi Party legislators have announced Education Minister Atishi's name to replace Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. The new Chief Minister and her cabinet are likely to take oath within a week. The Supreme Court has described the CBI report on the ongoing probe into the Kolkata rape and murder case as disturbing. The Apex Court also turned down the West Bengal government's request to stop live streaming of court proceedings. The Supreme Court on the 17th of September